Okay, so in my previous video, I showed you my printer that they destroyed. I was no longer able to print anything, from that printer, and I just bought that printer 2 days ago. Okay, and it was working fine when I bought it. When I purchased it, it was working fine. I woke up, this morning, made breakfast, and I went to sit on my computer desk to eat my breakfast, and I noticed that my the tray cover on the printer was removed, and I'm looking for it, don't see it. Finally was able to find it underneath some papers that I have on the printer, and that was deliberate. I know that is deliberate. The perps that did that on purpose, and the perps, I mean the perpetrators who are constantly violating my privacy, violating my space. They've entered my apartment and basically stole things from me, whether it be watches, clothing, anything that they can do to trigger some type of negative emotional response out of you. They'll do it. And the thing about it is that when they do that, you're kind of like in a heightened state, whether you're upset or whether you're feeling paranoid or have you. So when they do that and you go outside, they already have this street there to set up that can affect you even more. So anyway, I had to go to Staples. There's the Staples that I go to on Utica Avenue between I and J, and every time I go in there, they start with the theater or the psychological skits, and that's how I know that this is a government-based program, and nobody can tell me anything else or anything different. So anyway, like I said, I went there, got a new printer, came home, started to install the driver for the printer, set the printer up, and all of a sudden, they started with the police sirens again. Okay, and and that's kind of to let me know that we are doing this to you. We're the police, and we're doing this to you because we have the community involved and participating in the psychological campaign against you. And so I'm just like, whatever. You know where I live, okay? You know my apartment. So, if you feel like you want to come and arrest me, then just get a warrant and come knock on my door. It's just plain and simple, So, but these people, they just want to psychologically torture targeted individuals, to drive them to the point of insanity, or to make them look crazy, or even commit suicide or something, and they get away with it because they are targets who have did exactly what I said, but it's not going to happen with me. Okay, you've been getting away with this for far too long, and I'm going to do my best to expose what you're doing, and I'm going to do my best to educate other targets to your method. Okay, so just know that, like I said, the only how that you're going to shut me up is if you put me in a coffin, you put me in jail, you put me in a psych institution, but that's it. Okay, I will fight you with every ounce, every part of my body, my mind. So you got a fight on your hands. So anyway, finally got my new printer. Like I said, it's working fine now. Hopefully they won't sabotage it again, because that's exactly what they want to do. And the level of intrusion, the level of violation of one's privacy. Just recently in the news, they talked about the NSA spying on millions of Americans. Okay, And they claim that, you know, they're not looking at content, but, you know, that's a lie. They're all looking at content. They all listen to your phone conversation. You know, they target me through my cable box. They will turn the channel on my cable box. They will shut it off and on whenever they feel like it, whenever they want to, I guess, trying to get on my nerve. You know, they will do that. I mean, the level, like I said, the intrusion of privacy is just astronomical and unbelievable. Okay, but you know, in a democratic society, you know, what you have, you know, they don't rule with, you know, violence. Like, well, they, you know, maybe it is with violence, but not to the extent of, let's say, totalitarian society or communist society. In a democratic society, what do? It's propaganda and it's mind control. Okay? You give people the illusion of freedom. You know, you brainwash them to become passive. You know, brainwash them to accept societal ills. You know, and that's the kind of society that they create. You know, the powers that be. So, you know, like I said, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to fight you, you know, every possible way that I can. Okay, I'm going to expose you. So, you know, I don't care if you want to call me crazy or whatever. You know, it doesn't matter to me at this point. You know, because, you know, this is ridiculous, and I think people, you know, who know about this stuff really need to stand up and say something, because, you know, like I said, it could be you next. Okay.